Have you ever felt like you've been doing Kegel exercises every day, yet the results remain underwhelming? The sensation you hoped for never quite arrives. What you feel instead is a subtle tension in your pelvis that only seems to grow over time. Now, the problem may not lie in the exercises themselves, but in how you're doing them. Many men over 60 assume that Kegels are simply about muscle contractions, when in fact, doing them incorrectly can actually worsen sexual performance. Ironically, the more diligently you train without recognizing fundamental mistakes, the further you drift from the results you could have achieved. Now imagine this: watering your plants every day, but with hot water. Your intentions are good, but the outcome is damage. The same goes for your pelvic floor muscles. Good intentions aren't enough. You need to know the right way to train them. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down 5 critical Kegel mistakes that often go unnoticed. Mistakes that seem minor, but silently disrupt blood flow, weaken erections, and erode your confidence. More importantly, you'll learn how to fix each one using simple techniques you can do right at home. No equipment, no medication, just your body. Because if you don't catch these small mistakes now, all the effort you've been putting in might have just been empty reps. So before we move on to the next section, ask yourself, am I really engaging the right muscles in the right way? You may feel like you've done everything by the book, sitting upright, focused, breathing slowly, counting each second as you tighten your pelvic muscles. But strangely, there's no improvement. Erections are still weak, stamina hasn't increased, and there's that unexplained tension around the pelvis. The obstacle to your progress might not be lack of effort, but a method that's quietly off course. The first and most common mistake is engaging the wrong muscles. Many men unknowingly tense their abs or glutes instead of the actual pelvic floor. As a result, the muscles you're supposed to be training remain inactive. Imagine trying to pump water, but pressing down on a leaky section of the hose. No matter how hard you try, the pressure never builds. Just like an erection that never reaches its full strength. The second mistake is speed. Many think that faster contractions mean better results, but the pelvic floor isn't built for sprints. It needs slow, sustained tension. A 1-second contraction followed by a 1-second rest won't cut it. It's like blasting water at a plant so fast, the soil never absorbs it. The roots stay dry. Your training never reaches the muscle fibers that truly need the stimulation. The third commonly overlooked mistake is lack of positional variety. Most people practice only lying down because it's comfortable and easy. But comfort doesn't guarantee progress. Your pelvic muscles work when you're standing, sitting, walking. If you train them only in one position, your muscle adaptation remains narrow. You're activating the surface, not building the functional strength you actually need in real life. The fourth mistake is skipping rest between sets. Many men jump from one set to the next without pause, treating Kegels like push-ups or planks. But without rest, your pelvic muscles remain fatigued. The next contraction loses its quality. This isn't about long durations. It's about giving your muscles enough time to restore blood flow and absorb nutrients. The fifth mistake is skipping the warm-up altogether. Jumping straight into full training without activating the muscles first. What happens? Contractions feel stiff, sometimes even painful, and often lack focus. Just 2 minutes of light warm-up can make a huge difference, but it's also the step most often skipped. Now imagine all 5 of these mistakes happening together, day after day, week after week. You think you're training hard, but you're reinforcing the wrong habits. And when results don't come, you blame age, hormones, even fate. But your body isn't the problem. The approach is. Now imagine flipping all that around. What if the technique were corrected, the rhythm refined, and the muscles given time to grow? That's exactly what we're going to do next. No more random practice, but a protocol that truly works. You already know the mistakes. Now it's time to rebuild, from the foundation up, with clear and measurable steps. Picture building a bridge. The foundation can't be random. Every pillar, every connection must be precise. The same goes for pelvic floor training. Without the right structure, results won't hold. Here's a blueprint for Kegel training tailored specifically for men over 60. Designed to deliver optimal stimulation, allow proper recovery, and support steady adaptation. Start with a warm-up. Do this before each training session. Begin with Kegel micropulses. Light contractions for 2 seconds. Then relax for 2 seconds, repeated 10 times. Follow with pelvic tilts. Lying on your back, knees bent. Tilt your pelvis up 2 to 3 centimeters. Hold for 3 seconds. Repeat 8 times. Finish with a light bridge. From the tilt position, lift your pelvis until your body is aligned. Hold for 5 seconds. Repeat 5 times. Throughout the warm-up, keep your breathing steady. Inhale during relaxation. Exhale during contraction. Move into the main exercises. Start with standing Kegels. Stand with slightly relaxed knees. Contract your pelvic floor slowly for 5 seconds. Then release for 5 seconds. Repeat 10 times. Make sure you're not tensing your abs or glutes. Next, seated exercises. Sit upright with your weight evenly distributed. Contract the pelvic muscles for 3 seconds. Relax for 3 seconds. Repeat 15 times. Focus on isolating the muscles without lifting yourself off the seat. Then lie down for the next set. Try lying on your back, knees bent comfortably. Contract the muscle slowly for 5 seconds. Feel the gentle tension. Release for 5 seconds. Repeat 12 times. Keep your breathing rhythm steady. The next exercise is walking contractions. While walking, contract your pelvic floor at half strength. Hold it for 1 step, then release on the next. Repeat for 10 steps. Do a second session in the afternoon using the same technique. End your session with a cool down. Sit cross-legged and gently lean forward. Massage the perineal area for 15 seconds on each side. This helps reduce tension and restore blood circulation. As for frequency, follow this blueprint 3 times a week. Allow 1 or 2 days of rest between sessions. On rest days, just do the warm-up and cool-down without the main exercises. Avoid doing the full blueprint more than 4 times a week. To track progress, use a small notebook. Create a simple checklist for each session: warm-up, main exercises, and cool-down. Tick off each part as you complete it. Add notes about how the muscles feel, erection duration, or overall comfort after each session. With this blueprint, you're no longer guessing whether your training is correct. Every contraction now has purpose. Every session has direction. And the results aren't just speculation. They're a process you can measure. But even with a solid protocol, many men still hesitate due to myths and questions, and we'll uncover those in the final section. Now picture 1 week from now. You've been following this routine using the right technique. You're not rushing, you're not blindly contracting, and gradually you feel your pelvic muscles, once seemingly numb, coming back to life. 2 weeks later, your erections feel more stable. Not perfect, but noticeably improved, firmer, more lasting. Your body begins to respond like it used to, when arousal came naturally without effort. By the 4th week, you wake up with a different sensation. Confidence starts to return, not just because of visual signs, but because deep down, you know, your body is reconnecting. This is the power of training done right. You're not just working muscles, You're restoring the connection between mind and body, between desire and ability. And when that happens, satisfaction isn't limited to the bedroom. It follows you outside of it. You walk taller, you sleep better, you talk to your partner without the quiet awkwardness that used to linger. Because in the end, pelvic floor training isn't just about sex. It's about control, about quality of life, about reclaiming a part of yourself that's been slowly fading, not from age, but from neglect. If you've come this far, it means you're not just curious. You're ready to change. So starting today, stop guessing. Pick up a small notebook. Write down your first training day. Mark every step in the blueprint. And after 3 sessions, jot down any change, no matter how small. Because that's how big change begins. And if this training makes a difference, share your experience. Your comment might be a clue for another man out there, silently searching for answers. Don't let shame block your recovery. At this age, it's not just about being able. It's about feeling like you truly deserve to enjoy. Are you ready to become the best version of yourself? Then tonight, start training the right way and feel the difference.